This is one of the easiest ways to know that the Earth is a sphere, because everything we see, everything, including the Earth, right, very large, massive objects are crushed into a sphere. That's why stars, planets, moons, everything pretty much is spheres. So you can now go ahead and do your like electric gravity bullshit, and then I'll explain to you why it's stupid. Because I watched 2 of your videos and you say the same crap in every single one. Okay, so it doesn't matter though. That's why what you're saying is stupid. No. Stop. So you do not know the ways in which we figure out things about celestial objects. You literally don't even know the definitions of the words that represent the techniques that we use. So why are you even talking about it? Study of how light interacts with matter needs to be in a container. What does that mean?
You know that the moon is solid. How come you can't see it during a new moon?
Why can't you see it during a new moon?
Yeah.
Because, do you understand how vision works?
Well,
right?
read by that moonlight. That moonlight casts a shadow on the ground. Don't interrupt. That cast, and it should light up the moon, but it doesn't. And no telescope, from any position with the infrared or anything, has ever seen the moon.
Can you think of why? What you're doing right now is what are you talking about? Do you seriously not understand this stuff? A child can understand this stuff.
So when you...
What are you, like, Googling stuff furiously over there? Yeah, I just explained it. I just answered your question. You just answered it again. You asked a question that I just answered. The sun is very bright. Do you understand that if something very bright, looking at something very bright, you can't see something way less bright next to it? What are you not getting about that?
When there's
it doesn't block it out. The corona. Have you never seen an eclipse?
Why are we talking
no, stop. Look, I know that you want to just spew your script without anybody challenging, but you say so many stupid things, and I'm here to tell you why everything you're saying is stupid. So when you say stars igniting in a vacuum, the reason that's confusing for you is that you think stars are little bonfires, because you're a moron. Because you don't understand nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion is the process by which stars glow. They're not little fireballs. And you can learn that by Googling something for 5 seconds, but you don't do it.
So Dave, you believe that all the rocky bits turn into perfect balls, and then all of the gases somehow start getting gravity, and they start pulling it together. And
start getting gravity? What do you mean start getting gravity?
How do they grow into stars? How come the dust is accumulating? What's bringing it together? Is somebody
gravity
it up like a snowball?
Gravity.
So they get something, and it's a tiny bit of gravity pulls in some more dust. It pulls in not dust, it pulls in gases, and somehow it's pulling all of these gases together and turning into a nuclear furnace that burns for billions of years. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. And if you want to believe that, that's the world.
So centuries of brilliant astronomers versus nuh-uh. Is that really all you have? Is the entire field of astronomy and you going, I don't like it. That's dumb. I'm dumb and I don't get it. So astronomy is wrong. That's literally your argument against astronomy right now. If you're just going to lie, then we can just play the lie game. What doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense about an Earth orbiting a sun? That doesn't make sense isn't an argument.
Stop being a dick. Listen to what I said.
You stop being a dick. Yeah, if you just say it doesn't make sense and stop talking, I guess. We're probably going to get a better model later. Do you not understand how science works? So for that to work, how close is the sun?
How close is the sun?
How close is the sun?
Yeah,
really close, like right above the clouds, which we'd be able to see if you went up in a plane or a balloon, and it'd be like right there. Huh?
Hey, the math works. We can scale it and make it
the
6,000
math
miles
works.
away.
You've never done any math in your entire life. You just say the math works and expect people to.
Just stop being a condescending prick, all right? Try.
Why don't you stop condescending to the entire human race and pretending that every scientist ever is a liar and satanic deceiver? That's much more offensive than me calling you stupid, which you are. Which number do you think is going to be bigger, buddy? Which one do you think is going to be bigger? The planet, the one that it is orbiting around. This is what happens is I say something, or a flat earth debunker like myself says something that just annihilates the idiotic thing you just said, and then you just gish gallop to another point. I would like you to admit that what you just said is stupid based on what I just said.
Repeat what you said.
I just explained to you why what you said about the sun and the moon is stupid. Isn't that neat? Isn't that a neat thing that we can do with math and numbers that are real things that scientists do, instead of just going, it doesn't make sense, so that's dumb.
It doesn't work.
What do you mean it doesn't?
Dave, model it. You know about the 3-body problem? I'm sure you know about that.
Oh, the 3-body problem. So we can't do
Dave,
calculations.
Stop being such a condescending prick. We already know. Just talk normal. It
Because
doesn't
that's
matter.
really what we're talking about. What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Again,
You're
David,
talking about a direction. I'm talking about clockwise versus counterclockwise
And-
when you're looking at the
and Dave,
poles.
the opposite of the
poles.
sky. Yeah,
Huh?
well, you say the poles. So getting back to your point where you have somebody in Santiago, somebody in Johannesburg, and somebody in Australia, when they see the Southern Cross, well, they don't see it at the same time. They see it 12 hours apart from Santiago.
They don't see it at the same time. So people
wait,
looking south can't see the night sky at the same time.
David, if you understand what the flat Earth model is, if somebody's in Santiago,
You don't have a model.
listen.
Yeah.
Stop being a dick. Okay.
You stop being a dick.
If
Your
some-
entire existence is being a dick to
Hey.
all of science. So stop telling me to stop being a dick.
let's-
I just finished proving the Earth is a sphere by looking at stars, something that we've been doing for thousands of years.
channel.
Oh,
It's
go
amazing.
look at some lies that a flat earther said. That is real evidence.
No, it's
sure.
it's Dave. It's well documented. You haven't looked at it, and then when you
Yeah, but the problem is you can't do math, so you just do the math wrong.
that would be equivalent to this. People say, "Well, I'm just trying to think of the easiest way."
I'm just trying to think of something to say
Hey,
that
Dave,
will make
stop-
sense.
Stop being a dick. Right? Imagine you want to compare
Oh,
that.
man.
If you want to compare that,
What are you not understanding about that?
Our-
So tides exist, right? And so on your little pizza world, tides are these little mounds of water that kind of travel around. I don't really know how else you're going to explain this, but tides exist, right? Like Antarctica isn't real, so the South Pole,
Antarctica.
Okay, so I know that you can do your fun little middle school science project. You have a little, serving tray thing, and you make a flashlight do funny things, but you cannot make it actually. So this is why you have your dumb little app. It's really dumb, but
No,
let me
there's not.
continue demolishing. Okay, stop. I'm going to continue demolishing the idiotic thing you just said earlier. So you can do your little thing. Flat earthers love to do their little middle school science projects. So okay, you've got the thing and blah blah blah. So why can't your flat Earth app do it? Why can't you actually show the regions of day and night? Why all of your idiot people who buy that thing, they're not like, oh, that looks cool, and they don't actually look at what it does at all. Down is towards the center of the Earth. Nobody is upside down. That's one of the dumbest things you morons say. Down is towards the center of the Earth.
Yeah.
Are you 5 years old? You have the intellect of a 5-year-old. You can't understand, like, little
Dave,
kids understand this stuff. You know
I
that?
just want to say that you're more of a condescending prick than I thought.
I wouldn't say you're more than anything I thought. I know what you are, but I'm sorry, again, to reiterate for the third time, your entire identity is based on the idea that all the scientists in the entire world
Nope.
are lying deceivers.
Nope,
So
absolutely not
you're
true.
a condescending
That's what
douchebag.
you say.
And me
That's what
calling you
say.
stupid, which you are, does not hold a candle to
All right,
what
John.
you are.
That's what he claimed. I don't believe that. And
Wait,
that's what
I've
what you're
got
believing.
another question for other Dave,
Oh.
Professor Dave. Just so obviously I can see. I mean, it means a lot to you as on the other side, of course. Why does it annoy you so much, the flat Earth stuff?
Because it's so, I mean, first of all, a lot of what I do, I do mainly academic tutorials, but I also address misinformation. I'm very passionate about public science literacy and science denial. And flat Earth is the bottom of the barrel. So I go after like anti-vaxxers and stuff like that. And that is a little more sophisticated. And you have to actually understand a little bit of biochemistry, a little bit of immunology and things like that. Flat Earth is the only one. I just proved the Earth is a sphere multiple times in this exchange based on looking at things in the sky and thinking. That's
Dave,
how we figured out the Earth is a sphere several thousand years ago. It's like the first thing we figured out.
Dave,
So this is why it's so offensive, because it is a denial of literally all of science. Astronomy, all wrong. Geology, all wrong. Physics, all wrong. It's so unbelievably offensive to the entire human race. That's why you're a douchebag, and me calling you stupid is nowhere near the magnitude of douchebaggery that is your entire identity.
You're talking to him, not me, right?
Sorry,
No.
yeah, to Davey boy over there.
So